This is FaZe and welcome to my channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm back here at ASM Performance with Sahil. And Sahil, remember what we did the last time I was here?
Yeah, we did the Ambient light kit for the Model Y that you brought us.
That's right. Today I brought the company EVBase. So they created actual lights for the Tesla Model S and the Model X. Are you excited to get them installed in my car?
Definitely, man. The way that this looks from the manufacturer, it looks like it's going to be a direct like OEM replacement, but I'm super excited about the back doors because your back doors also have the chrome trim like the front, and I'm super excited to see how that looks.
Without any further ado, let's get started.
Let's get it.
So here's what's all included in the packaging. You have your lights. These are for the dashboard and all four doors. You have your seat back lights right there, and then you have all your wiring harnesses right here. They also include wiring tape. They also include the glue to glue these tabs back on, and they also include the Dremel piece to cut the old tab glue off. These are some tools that we recommend that you'll probably need to grab before you start. It makes life easier. Panel popper for the doors, trim tools just to get plastic pieces off, trim pieces, and all that off. Pick tools, it could come in use, might as well just grab them, and you'll need T30. Now that you have your tools, first things first, grab a really small, thin pry tool, put it right here at the top, push it out. Super easy, comes out just like that. Now that you have that off, you're gonna come down here. There is a small tab right there that you can also use this for. Go in, pop it off, comes off easy. Then you're gonna have one right here by the door. Sometimes you just grab with your hand. And then after you have that off, you're gonna take your bigger trim tool, put that over here somewhere in the groove. So you have this popped up a little bit. Come back here from the top, pop this off. Once you have that popped, you will see a metal tab right there. If you can see that. You're gonna take that, push down on it, and then just pull it out. It is going to take some force. Just push down on it and boom, it should come out. And then don't just pull it out. There's going to be a tab that goes in like that. Pull it out just like that. Now that you guys have all the screws off, you're gonna go ahead and grab your wire trim tool. I like to start from the bottom. You're gonna pop all the clips off. As soon as you have all the clips off, you're gonna pop one of the connectors off. I'm gonna go ahead and pop all the clips off and then show you guys what connector you have to do. Like I said, you start from the bottom, get the trim tool in, pop it, and then pop all the clips around, and then I'll show you guys what's the next step from there. Now that you guys have all the clips off, it should be open like that. What I would like to do is roll the window down just so that you don't let the tint or anything like that if you have that. After you have that, you're gonna pull it off a little bit and then just pick it straight up off of it. Once you do that, you're gonna see one connector right here with the red lever right there. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your finger under there, pull that up. It's gonna snap up, and then you're gonna just push down on it, and then you're gonna pull the whole thing off. Just like that. And then you're gonna have this emergency lever like on all the Teslas. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take it off the groove and then take it off. And then your door panel's off and you can set that aside. So we're back here at the table. We're gonna grab our cables that we need for the front door. You're gonna grab your first one, the power wiring harness. It should look like this. It should also be labeled. You're also gonna grab this smaller one. This is for the light that plugs into the power wire harness. And then you're gonna also grab your receiver module right here. It should also be labeled. And the good thing about this kit is that all the tape and everything is already there, so you're not gonna need anything extra. So we're gonna grab this, go back to the front door, and then I'll show you guys the next step from there. So first thing is you're gonna take this splitter cable. You're gonna take the bottom cable off, the one with all the colorful wires. You're gonna push down on the tab, and then you're just gonna wiggle it out. It should come off. If it doesn't come off, what I do is I push down on it. I use my other two fingers, and I kind of like pry it straight off, and it comes off. Once that's off, you take your splitter cable, plug that one in, it'll click in, and then you're going to take the other one and you're going to plug the other end. Once that's in, you're going to just feed all of this through right here, and then this end right here, the black end, goes to your receiver box. Should be a black end right there. Plug those two in. It should click in as well. And then once that's in, you're going to take your other cable and you're going to plug that into the other end. So I went back over and grabbed the adhesive promoter that came with it. We're going to go ahead and just use a little bit. We're going to open that up. Once we have that off, we're just going to see the general area that we're going to stick the receiver on, which is going to be right there. Wipe that area down with the adhesive promoter. While that's drying up, we're going to go ahead and put this back into the packaging because we can reuse this for another side. And now we're going to just take this, peel this off. We're just going to stick that onto the door just like that. The receiver good. Now that we have the wiring harness complete, we can go ahead and put the door back on. There's no point in having the door off. First things first, what we're going to do is we're going to put our emergency latch back on. The way to do that is you're going to put it through the tab right here, around, just pop it just like that. Once that's in, you can go ahead, push your connector back in. Should click in. Don't forget to push the red cable back down. After that, you can take your wiring harness, new one that we just installed, and you can put it through this hole right here. Once you feed it through that hole, it should come out from the other end. Actually, we can put it through this hole, which will be closer. Let's slack one right here. So it'll probably be easier. And you could just pull it off, leave it off to the side for now. We can feed it back in if we need to. And then put this back on. What you're going to do is you're going to do the reverse order of what you did to take it off. You're going to latch it off from the top first. Once it's latched on, you're going to swing it over, pop all the clips in, and then put all the bolts on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and you guys will see a time lapse of that. Now we're on the back door. First thing to do to get the back door panel off is you have to take this guitar piece off first. And the way to do that, I find it easy if you step on here. If you're short like me, I'm not really that short. So you take this off. You're gonna have clips along here, here, and all along here. I like to start off with the side ones first. You're gonna get your hand behind here, right here, and you're gonna pull straight down. I already popped these clips off earlier, but to do these, what you're going to do is grab your hand here, and pull straight towards you this way. You go down, you might break the clips. So you're going to do that all along that, and like I said, on this edge too, you have to go straight down. There we go. Pops out. And when you take this off, you're going to have to be extra careful, because along the edges, there's clips that go straight in like that. When you get everything popped out, you're going to tilt it down a little bit and then out towards that way so you can get the whole piece off. So now that you have that piece off, you're going to grab your small trim tool again. I like to get up. You're going to take this trim piece off so that it exposes some screws. I already got it started, but you're going to put your trim tool in from the side. Go ahead and pop it down. It should pop off. Then you could go in and just pop it all along the edge. And once you have it popped, you should be able to see that we have the same clips that we had for the front door panel that we had to deal with when we took that trim off. You gotta push down on it and then it comes off. You'll be able to see them if you're standing like this. We've got that one off. And there's one more on this side, so there's total 2. Now that you have all the trim pieces off and everything, the top piece off as well, it gives you access to all the bolts. There is a total of 9 bolts, 5 along here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 on each side that was covered by the panel. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go ahead and take all those off, and then after that, all you guys have to do is just pop the door panel off, and then this door is off. For this next part, you're probably going to need another hand. All you're going to do is go around, pop off all the clips along the edge. It's a pain. You're going to have to do it, pull them all off. One person is going to have to stand here so that the door panel just doesn't fall. Once that's off, you're going to have 2 wires that you have to disconnect. Same one like the one for roll off. Pull the red tab out, pull it out. And then this one, you just push and then pull out. And then the whole door is off. Now that you have your door panel off, you're going to do the same thing that you did in the front. Grab your 3 cables, your power wire, your light wire, and then your receiver module. We're going to go ahead and put the power wire in first. And to do that, you're going to take this cable off, the one with the red, black, and blue cable. You're going to push it like all the other ones, wiggle it out. It should come out. Once that's out, you're going to take your power wire, put that end in. Click in, and then take your old cable, plug that in. Should click in. Now that you have that, you're going to go ahead and take your receiver. You're going to go ahead and plug your receiver in, and after you do that, you're going to go ahead and take your LED wire, and you're going to go ahead and plug that in as well. And there was another aluminum foil right here. We just took that off, and we're going to tape the receiver module in place of that over this hole that it was blocking before. Just stick it on. Now the next step is to take the dash piece off. And to do that, we're going to take this trim piece off, this off, and this off. We're going to first start off with this. Take your trim tool, pop this. Should be able to pop it all off. Once that's popped off, move that to the side. You're going to come and you're going to pop this off. To make life easier, you're going to just take your weather strip in. Take the weather stripping off. Go all the way just to make life easier. Take it off past what we need to take it off over there. Once that's all off, what you're going to do is you're going to take your trim tool again, stick it up at the top, pop this off, and then there's going to be another clip at the bottom that you're going to pop off like that. Once that off, that's inside. Then you're going to move on to the bottom trim right there. And to do that, it just comes straight up. Put that there. And then once all of that is out, you'll have a bolt right there that's exposed. You're going to undo that bolt and then take this whole piece off. So we didn't mention this earlier, but this bolt down here is T25. Just going to grab your T25, undo that bolt, and off to the side, and then this whole piece should just pop off. Now that you have that off, you have access to all of your wire harnesses over here that you need access to plug it in. And now the next step, take the whole dashboard off. Just take this T25 off as well, right there. So the next step is get your transmitter wire. We're just gonna go ahead and get this plugged up so that we can put everything back together and make things easier on our end. We're gonna come here, this wire right here, plug it, undo it from there, and then undo it right there. Now that you have that off, you're going to plug this splitter cable in right there, and then plug the other end from there. Make sure it clicks in. It is going to take a little bit of finessing, but it should go in. And bring it up to the side. Here. So now that you have your wire ran, you're going to go back and grab your receiver box, not the transmitter box. Grab the receiver box and go ahead and plug that one in. Make sure it's clicked in. And we're just going to leave this off to the side for now until we put all the lights in. And then from there we're going to plug them all in, get everything adjusted, then go ahead and press this down. But for now, we're gonna leave it to the side. So first thing you're gonna do is take 2 T20 screws off. Once you take those 2 off, you're gonna take this trim piece off. And to do that, I like to get a hand right here, pop it off just a little bit, take your trim tool, and then go ahead and work your way all the way around. And this should pop off. Once it's popped off, you can set it to the side. Put it on the dashboard right now. You should be good with this side. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the other side. Do the same exact thing. We don't have to take off the side for the other side. The reason being is because we don't have to wire out the other side. So we're just gonna take this piece off, move this back a little bit, take this piece off, take Torx bits off, take this off, and then we'll be good. So now that you have that pop taken off, you should go up right here, pop this, and this piece doesn't come off completely, it's just gonna hang, because if you look, it's gonna be the whole dashboard right here, and there's no need to take off the whole thing, but you can. So. Now that we have that off, should be good with this portion. We just have one more to unclip, which is right there, like the steering wheel over there. Once we have that off, we are good for the dashboard and should be able to take it off. I'll give it this expansion. Now to take the dash off, it's going to be in clips that are straight down. To get that off, you're going to just lift the dash straight up all the way across. Just going to pop that off right there, and then work your way around. Be gentle, try not to break anything. Once you have it pop right there, we're going to go up to the other side and start popping it. Get to the middle and straight up. Once you have all the clips popped off, I find it easy if you just lift the whole dashboard like this, tilt it like that, and just pick it up. And then the whole dashboard should come out, and you should be able to break off all the tabs and replace the light. So the next step is to break the tabs off. Preferred way would be to use a Dremel and Dremel away this, but if you guys are careful and you're giving leverage while popping this up, you can save the tabs. Just you have to be very gentle with it. Once you have all of that off, it should come off like this. You do have to save all of these tabs, so make sure you unclip everything right here and then transfer this over onto the new light piece and then put this back on. Tape it around with the tape they gave you. You can use the glue stick that they gave us, but we're probably going to stick with JB Weld, what we always use. So JB Weld all the spots back together and you're good to go from there. So for the next step, we had to fabricate the tabs a little bit. You have to break up the old ones, get it aligned. Some of the tabs may be too thick, so you might have to slim them down a bit. Also, on these sides on the dash, we had to trim away the plastic piece so it sits more flush. Once you have that, you tape around the lights, and then we're going to use JB Weld Auto Weld and go back in all the grooves and re-weld it back. So I'm going to do that. And once that's done, we're going to let it cure, and then we're going to come back and install these onto the car. So now for the next step, after you have everything adhesive down, you're going to go ahead and take the transmitter box and also your main power wire with the yellow cord on it. You're going to come back to over here on the driver's side little area, and for this wire, you're going to undo this one right here, as you can see right there. See, it's open. There's nothing in there. It's just a dead live wire. So all you're going to do is take your this end. It is one specific way, so it's really hard for me to get it. There we go. It should click in. Once that's good, you can leave the other wire off to the side. Tuck it away. and this can also be stored away on the inside. And now this is good. The only wire that's going to be connected to here will be your seat back lights, and we're going to do that next. I'll show you guys how to take the headrest off, so then you can take the seat backs off. The next step is to take the seat backs off, and to do that you have to take the headrest off. And to do that, it is a challenge. You have to, we found it easy if you shove this right here in between the headrest and this and use it as a leverage. There you'll have a small gap, and then from there you have to push this down a little bit. You'll see this tab right here. What you're going to do is you're going to take like maybe a pick tool, or you can use the trim tool as well. You're going to take this and you're going to push it outwards. If you push it too far outwards, you can get the clip off all the way. Don't be worried, you can put it back in, but it is a pain to put it back in. But you can put it back in, you just need to push it back in. There's one on this side, and this one is harder to reach. But if you push this back, you'll just see it right there off of the corner. If you get your notch in it, and then you get it, just push to the left, and then it should pop out. Once those are popped out, you can pull the whole headrest off. Once the headrest is off, this should be free, but it's not going to just come off from here. On this other one, you can see there's two red little clips at the bottom. You have to reach under there, unclip them, and then once those are unclipped, you should be able to pull the whole seat back off. So now that you have this piece, it's all glued, all dried up. Take the tape off. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect it from the wire that we have hanging. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. And if you have your transmitter light box plugged in, this should light up. And we currently have it on the color chasing mode. Looks absolutely sick. We're going to go ahead and feed this wire in a little bit. Once we have that, remember, get this edge in first. Once you have that edge in, you can line everything up, line that up, and then just pop everything in place. You don't have to push too hard, just push enough firm so you know everything's in place. So for the next step, you're going to take your two extension wires that are for your dash. You're going to run it through this hole right here, and you're going to run it through right here. And once you have that ran, you're going to feed that from behind it. Plug it into your receiver box, which you have already wired up earlier. And then once that's good, all of this is good, you can hide the receiver box up right here in this crevice over here. And then once you have it over there, we're going to come back, bring the dash on, plug the two wires in on the dash, and we're installed with the dash. Part. Let's set it like this for now. Go ahead and plug in your connections. Make sure everything's working. It's right there. We're gonna go ahead and hide all the wires. Move them out of the way. Tuck them out of the way, and then we're gonna bring the dashboard at an angle like this, upwards and then down, and then just go straight down inwards. Once it's down, remember you have to do this whole piece back in, clip this in, clip the other white side in over there. Then you're gonna have to put in your two T20 bolts, I believe, yep, T20. Put those both in, and after that, you should be good to go with the dash. So for our next step, we're gonna go ahead and put the rear doors back in. First things first, you're gonna go ahead and put the door panel back in. I would ask a friend to help you out with this. Don't forget to plug in the one connector and the other one that you have. Push this back in. Once this is in, you're gonna go ahead and do all of your 10mm bolts right here. Remember, you have two right here, two right there. Once you have all of that in, you could go ahead and pop this piece back in, the trim. Once that is in, make sure you have your ambient light wire through the hole right there. You're going to grab your ambient light piece that you set aside earlier, and all your tacks should be dry by now. You can go ahead and plug this light in, and after plugging it in, you'll be able to push this light back into place. First, click it in, make sure it works right. Just make sure everything is popped into place, and once everything is flush like that, you should be good to go. Now, next step is you're going to take your extra long wire for your seat backs. It's going to have 4 connectors on it and then 1 at the end. You're going to take that one single connector and you're going to go ahead and plug it into the main box that we have tucked away to the side. Once you have that plugged in, tuck everything away to the side so that everything looks nice and neat. Once we run this wire, we're going to come back here. We're going to go ahead and close this off. But you can take the wire, run it down right here along in the carpet. But it's going to come back here. And one design flaw about this thing, this kit exactly, you can't really tuck the wire in between the gaps here because there is no gap. It's an actual physical carpet that's made in one piece. The only way to do this is you would have to remove the entire seat, the entire center console, run the wire under. You're basically remaking the whole car. There could be a way around it, but it would be a long time consuming way, and there's not enough slack too within the wires. So the best way we found is if you keep it along everything and run it across under the carpet, you still will have that clean look. You won't see any wires anywhere, and it'll look good. Nobody will know. And this right here, just make sure these are right here. Once we plug the seat back in, then we could tuck these in a little bit more, make it more tidy down here. But let me show you guys how I glued the light for the seat backs onto the actual seat backs itself. I didn't use the adhesive because it's leather wrapped around. I'm going to show you guys what I did. So as you can see over here, I went ahead and I hot glued all of the points down. What you want to do is you want to put a little bit of hot glue. One thing about this seat back is that it's not a perfect mold. It's kind of like a bend. So you're gonna have to kind of like force this way around here. By force, I mean you're gonna have to take a little bit of hot glue, put it on the end, hold it down. You're gonna have to sit there, hold it for at least 2 minutes per each quadrant. You can do 2 at a time, but doing 2 at a time could result in gaps or just inconsistent gluing. It's pretty snug, it's not really moving, and I know I'm hard. Once we have that, we're going to go ahead, reinstall the seat back as normal. We're going to plug these 2 wires in first. We're going to go in from the bottom, click these in. We're going to, before we even do that, there are these 2 things right here. You have to align right here, one here and one here. Once you have to put it at an angle like that, then you'll be able to lift it up like that. So after doing all of that, you're pretty much done with the rest of the car.
Nothing.
Still that way.
Alright, try it now.
There we go. There you go.
Alright guys, so this basically wraps up our video. And as you can see, the ambient lights are installed in my Model X and they look absolutely phenomenal.
I definitely agree. My favorite part on this whole kit is how it does the whole color chasing animation.
For example, right here, there's a cool animation.
That looks sick.
This is called outward flow. Then there's like rainbow.
That looks sick. That's like you're playing Crossy Road or something like that.
And there's just so many different cool animations that they have. It really brings the car to life. I feel like these ambient lights make a big difference.
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely livening up your interior. I feel like this is the one thing that the Tesla's missing. It has everything that you can want,
Yeah.
but the lighting is just not there. But with this now, it's all you can want.
Absolutely. And you know, to be honest, they finally started putting ambient lights with the new Model 3, right?
Right.
But I feel like this is even better because you can, like I said, you can customize it with cool animations.
Exactly.
And stuff.
Whereas with the Tesla ones, you're stuck with about probably 10 options.
Yep.
And then you can't do all the animations and whatnot.
Right.
This itself already looks like it's OEM.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It looks fantastic. And I think the work and the craftsmanship of ASM Performance is top notch. It's the best. And if you ever want to get ambient lights installed in your vehicle, I couldn't recommend them enough. They're fantastic. Thank you guys so much.
Definitely.
And also, you know, I just want to let you know, if you want this kit from EVBase, if you use my discount code, you will get 20% off. And it's going to be somewhere here on the screen what the code is. It's also in the description below. And also be sure to click on the link in the description below when you use that discount code. I'm super excited about that. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you next time.